After 65, everyone tells you the same thing. As long as you have family, you'll be okay. But what happens when your children are busy, your relatives live far away, or the people you thought you could count on just aren't there the way you hoped? For many older adults, the hardest truth is this: family alone is not always enough. They may love you deeply and still be overwhelmed, distracted, or unable to give you the steady support you truly need. Some have their own health issues, money problems, or young families to care for. Others simply don't understand what it feels like to wake up in an older body every day. If you're over 65, or you love someone who is, you may already feel the tension. You don't want to be a burden. You don't want to beg for rides, favors, or attention. At the same time, you know you can't do absolutely everything alone anymore. You might find yourself thinking, who can I really rely on as I get older? And how do I build that support before a crisis hits? You are not alone in this feeling. Many seniors quietly worry that if their family gets too busy, or if something happens to one key person, they'll be left with no safety net. What most people don't realize is that there are powerful support pillars you can build that are actually more reliable than family alone. And they can protect your independence, your dignity, and your peace of mind. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 essential support pillars after 65 that, in many ways, are better than family, because they don't depend on one person's mood, schedule, or energy. These pillars can help you feel safer, less alone, and more in control of your own life as you age. By the end of this video, you'll understand what these pillars are, how they work together, and how to start building them now, so you're not waiting for someone else to rescue you when things get harder. And stay with me until the very end, because the 5th pillar we'll talk about may be the most surprising of all. It's not about money, doctors, or paperwork, but it can quietly shape how every other kind of support shows up for you. Now, let's get started. Number 1, a trusted healthcare team that actually knows you. After 65, one of the most powerful support pillars you can have is not a child or grandchild, it's a solid relationship with a healthcare team that understands your history, listens to you, and takes you seriously. Family can care about you deeply, but they can't prescribe medications, order tests, adjust treatments, or catch subtle changes in your health the way a good primary doctor, nurse, and pharmacist can. A strong healthcare team becomes a pillar because they are there no matter who is busy that week. They don't show up only when it's convenient, they're built into your life. Think of this as your medical village, a primary care doctor or nurse practitioner who sees you regularly, not just in emergencies. Specialists when needed, for your heart, lungs, bones, or memory. A pharmacist who checks for dangerous interactions and explains side effects in plain language. Now imagine 2 different people, both 72 years old. The first, Henry, sees a doctor only when something is really wrong. He bounces between urgent care clinics and hospital ERs. No one knows his full history. He forgets which medications he stopped, which ones he restarted, and brings a plastic bag of pill bottles to each new appointment, hoping someone will sort it out. His family cares, but they're confused too. The second, Lorraine, made a different choice. She decided, I want one main doctor who knows me over time. She goes for regular checkups, brings a written list of questions, and keeps an updated list of medications. Her doctor knows her baseline, how she usually walks, talks, and feels. So when she has a small change, new shortness of breath, a strange ache, a foggy feeling, that doctor notices and responds early. Lorraine's children love her, but they are busy with work and kids. The pillar that catches her early warning signs is not one of her kids, it's that ongoing relationship with her healthcare team. You don't need a fancy clinic. You need consistency. Someone who knows your story and sees patterns over time. That relationship can literally add years to your life and protect your independence. Ask yourself, do I have a main doctor or nurse who truly knows me, and if not, what would it take to start building that relationship this year? Number 2, financial and legal safeguards that protect you when you're vulnerable. The second pillar is not emotionally warm like a hug, but it might quietly protect you more than any relative ever could, a clear financial and legal foundation. Family might have the best intentions, but without proper documents and protections, money and decisions can get messy fast. Arguments happen. Mistakes get made. Bills go unpaid. Benefits are missed. And the person who suffers most is usually the older adult. A strong support pillar in this area includes things like a simple, up-to-date will or estate plan. A trusted power of attorney for finances and healthcare, someone you choose, with clear instructions. Clear records of your income, bills, insurance policies, and passwords, stored safely. Knowing what benefits you're entitled to, pensions, Social Security, veterans benefits, assistance programs, and actually using them. Think about Maria, 78. For years, she kept important papers in random drawers. She trusted that the kids will figure it out. When she had a health scare, her daughter scrambled through piles of old envelopes trying to find policies, medication lists, and bank information. It was stressful for everyone, and some bills were missed during the confusion. Compare her with Robert, 80. He sat down one month and decided, I want things to be clear, not chaotic. He met with a legal professional, chose a power of attorney he trusted, made a simple will, and gathered his important information into one organized folder. He told his chosen person where the folder was and what it meant. He also set up automatic payments for key bills so that if he was ever hospitalized or confused, the basics would still run. Robert's family still loves him. But now, they don't have to guess or argue. The pillar holding things steady is his preparation, not the mood, memory, or honesty of any one relative. You might think, I don't have much, I don't need all that. But this isn't only about money. It's about protecting your choices, who speaks for you, what care you want, and how your remaining resources are used. Ask yourself, if I had a sudden health crisis tomorrow, would my affairs be clear and protected, or would my family be left to guess and scramble? If you're still listening, comment the number 2 below so we know you're here. And if these conversations matter to you, consider subscribing. Your support helps us keep creating videos like this for older adults and their families. Now, let's move forward. Number 3, practical help systems that don't depend on one person. The third pillar is about everyday practical support, the hands and feet that help you live your life, rides, groceries, home repairs, cleaning, and basic care. Many seniors depend on one child or one helpful neighbor for everything. That may work for a while. Until that person moves, gets sick, burns out, or simply can't keep up. A stronger pillar is a system, not a single hero. That system might include a reliable ride service, senior transportation, community shuttles, ride apps if you use them. A grocery or meal delivery option you know how to use. A list of trusted people or services for home repairs, yard work, or snow removal. In-home help, even just a few hours a week, for cleaning, personal care, or errands. A senior center, church, or community group that checks on you if you don't show up. Think of Joyce, 76. Her son, Mark, did everything for her, drove her to every appointment, fixed things around the house, brought her groceries, and handled paperwork. He loved her deeply, but he was exhausted. When Mark got sick himself, everything fell apart at once. Joyce hadn't learned how to use grocery delivery. She didn't know any other drivers. She had no backup. Now think of Alan, 79. His daughter lives across town and visits when she can, but Alan decided not to rely on her alone. He learned how to schedule the local senior shuttle for doctor visits, set up meal deliveries for days he felt weak, and hired a handyman he trusts for small repairs. He also registered with his community's wellness check program so someone would call if he missed appointments. His daughter is still important. But if she suddenly got busy or had an emergency, the systems would still be there. That's what makes this a true pillar. You don't need to set everything up at once. Start with one question: if the one person I rely on most got sick or moved away, what would stop working in my life? Wherever you feel vulnerable is where you need a system, not just a hero. Ask yourself, what practical supports could I put in place now? Rides, deliveries, helpers, so my safety doesn't depend on just one person's shoulders. Number 4, a living network of friends, neighbors, and community. The fourth pillar is social support, but not just having people you know. It's about having a network of human connections that notice if you disappear, listen when you talk, and show up when you need them. Family can be part of this network, but they shouldn't be the whole thing. When all your emotional eggs are in that one basket, every missed call or canceled visit hurts twice as much. A sturdier pillar is built from layers of connection, a neighbor who knows your name and checks on you. Friends at a senior center, church, club, or hobby group. People you see regularly, at exercise classes, support groups, or community meals. A few trusted people you can actually be honest with when you're scared or lonely. Think of Nora, 82. Her only child lives in another state. For years, she sat at home waiting for phone calls. When the phone didn't ring, she felt forgotten and angry. Her whole emotional world depended on one person's availability. Then she decided to try something different. She joined a chair exercise class at the local community center. She met 2 women around her age who also lived alone. They started getting coffee together once a week. She introduced herself to the neighbor across the hall and exchanged phone numbers just in case. She began attending a small discussion group once a month. Her daughter still mattered. But Nora's sense of belonging no longer rose and fell with one person. Her pillar was now a network, neighbors, friends, classmates, and her daughter, each carrying a little piece of her support instead of one person carrying it all. Social pillars don't erase loneliness completely, and they don't form overnight. But every small connection, a shared meal, a regular group, a simple "how are you doing?" adds another brick. Ask yourself, if my closest family member couldn't talk to me for a week, who else would I still hear from, and what could I do to gently grow that list? Number 5, your own voice, clear boundaries, planning, and self-advocacy. The 5th pillar might be the most important, and it lives entirely inside you: your voice, your ability to say what you need, set boundaries, ask questions, and make decisions instead of letting life just happen to you. Family can love you and still misunderstand you. Professionals can have expertise and still overlook your preferences. Without your voice, even the best support around you can miss the mark. With your voice, you can shape how all the other pillars work together. This inner pillar shows up when you tell your doctor, "I don't understand, can you explain that in simpler words?" Tell a family member, "I appreciate your help, but this is what I really want." Tell a social worker or case manager, "Here is my goal, I want to stay at home as long as possible. What options do I have?" Say no to things that make you uncomfortable, even if others are pressuring you for your own good. Say yes to help that supports your safety and dignity, even if pride makes you want to refuse. Consider James, 77. For most of his life, he avoided conflict. When his children pushed him toward decisions he didn't like, he stayed quiet. When doctors rushed through explanations, he nodded even if he was confused. He told himself, "They know best." Over time, he felt smaller and smaller in his own life. One day, a social worker asked him a simple question: "What do you want, James?" He surprised himself by answering honestly, "I want to stay in my home, but I need help to do it." That moment was a turning point. Together, they explored options: in-home aids, meal delivery, and a medical alert system. His kids were relieved to hear a clear statement instead of guessing. Your voice is what turns support from something done to you into something built with you. It helps you protect your boundaries, for example, telling a relative, "I love you, but I don't want to discuss my finances with you," or telling a professional, "That plan doesn't work for me, what else can we try?" No one can build this pillar for you. But you can strengthen it at any age by practicing small acts of self-advocacy, asking one more question, clearly stating one preference, writing down your wishes and sharing them. Ask yourself, have I been letting others make all the decisions for me, or am I willing to start speaking up, even in small ways, about what I truly need and want? These 5 pillars, a trusted healthcare team, financial and legal safeguards, practical support systems, a network of friends and community, and your own clear voice, don't replace family. In many ways, they protect your family from burnout and confusion, and they protect you from being completely dependent on any one person. When you start strengthening these pillars, you're not pushing loved ones away. You're building a safer structure around your life, so that when family does show up, they can love you as family, not carry every burden alone. Final thoughts. We've talked about 5 essential support pillars after 65 that, in many ways, are stronger and more reliable than family alone. A trusted healthcare team that actually knows you, financial and legal safeguards that protect your choices, practical help systems that don't depend on one person, a living network of friends, neighbors, and community, and your own voice, clear boundaries, planning, and self-advocacy. If some of this felt uncomfortable, that's okay. Many older adults grow up believing that family will handle everything. When reality doesn't match that picture, when kids are busy, relatives live far away, or relationships are complicated, it can feel like a personal failure or a sad secret. But it isn't. It's simply life. And it's exactly why these pillars matter so much. The good news is that every pillar we talked about can be built over time. You don't have to fix everything at once. You might start by scheduling a checkup with one main doctor, gathering your important papers into a folder, learning how to order groceries for delivery, saying hello to a neighbor, or practicing one small sentence that uses your voice: "This is what I want." You are not powerless, and you are not meant to carry everything alone, or to put everything on one family member's shoulders. When you invest in these support pillars, you're creating a structure around your life that can hold you up even when people are busy, tired, or far away. And you're giving your family a gift too, the gift of knowing you're safer and more supported, no matter what happens. So ask yourself, which of these 5 pillars is already pretty strong in my life, and which one needs the most attention right now? Then ask, what is one simple action I can take this week to start strengthening that pillar? Thank you for joining us today and for being willing to think honestly about what real support after 65 looks like. In the comments below, share one pillar you plan to work on and what small step you're going to take, whether it's calling a doctor, organizing paperwork, checking out a senior center, setting up a ride service, or practicing using your voice. Your ideas might help someone else who feels alone and unsure where to start. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member who is caring for an older adult, or who is an older adult themselves. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire seniors and their families. Thank you for watching, take good care of yourself and the pillars that support you, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.